Chosen one. The desert kings do not summon lightly. Prince Salman himself has called you to the palace, not as a guest, but as destiny fulfilled. Your name has crossed oceans, whispered through the corridors of marble halls, until it reached the ears of royalty. Do not think this is accident. Thrones move when heaven speaks. Isaiah spoke of it long ago. Your gates will always stand open, so that men may bring you the wealth of nations. Isaiah 60 verses 10 to 11. The prophet saw what now unfolds before you. The palace doors do not creak for common men. They swing open only for the one chosen, the one marked, the one whose arrival has been etched into time. The desert winds have carried your announcement, and even the stars lean lower to witness this hour. This is not a visit. It is a coronation of identity. You stand summoned by authority greater than wealth, greater than crowns, greater than all the guarded treasures of the earth. Hear me well. When a prince calls, it is protocol. But when a prince calls you, it is prophecy. This moment is proof. Heaven has written your name into the language of kings. The palace is not silent tonight. Its golden domes shimmer like captured suns, scattering light across the desert sky. Chandeliers of crystal descend like frozen rain, casting a brilliance that makes the marble floors gleam as if heaven itself had laid the stones. Scarlet carpets stretch endlessly, guiding footsteps in the halls where the air itself trembles with reverence. Everywhere, advisors bow low. Their robes sweep the floor as they bend, their voices hushed, their eyes turned away. And yet, in the hush of that royal chamber, one name is whispered again and again, not the name of princes, not the name of kings, but your name, carried on the breath of those who cannot deny what destiny demands. Look closely. The chamber expands as though it were built not for men, but for the echo of prophecy. Ceilings arch toward eternity. Walls are dressed in silk and gold. Thrones rise like mountains, unmovable, unshakable. And yet, in the center of that grandeur, all attention converges not on the wealth, not on the crown, not even on the prince himself, but on you, the one summoned. The desert winds outside howl like trumpets of heaven, and within these palace walls, you feel the weight of eternal eyes. This moment is not mere ceremony. It is an unveiling. Every jewel that glitters, every torch that burns, every breath held in silence testifies that history itself bends at your arrival. Stay with me, because in a moment I will show you why the kings of the desert could not ignore your presence, why even palaces of wealth bow to a greater decree, why the chosen are recognized not only in heaven but on earth. Chosen one, pause and let the scriptures speak. For what you are living now was written long before your first breath. The kings of Tarshish and of distant shores will bring tribute to him. The kings of Sheba and Saba will present him gifts. All kings will bow down to him and all nations serve him. Psalm 72 verses 10 to 11. Do you see it? The word foresaw this hour. Not just distant kings, not just ancient thrones, but the wealth of nations, the homage of rulers, flowing toward the one marked by heaven. What the psalmist penned with trembling hand is now unfolding in your reality. Daniel, too, lifted the veil of time. Then the sovereignty, power, and greatness of the kingdoms under the whole heaven will be handed over to the holy people of the Most High. Daniel 7 verse 27. Read it again. The greatness of kingdoms, the power of rulers, the treasures of palaces, not stolen, not begged for, but handed over. Why? Because the King of Kings has decreed it, and you have been counted among his chosen. Understand this. The call to the palace is not a luxury. It is testimony. Every invitation wrapped in royal seal is heaven's public announcement that God himself has placed his mark on you. When a desert prince calls, it is not simply hospitality. It is divine witness, visible proof that eternity has singled you out. This is why the courtyards are open. This is why your name is whispered. This is why no gate, no guard, no treasury can resist the will of God. For you are walking in fulfillment, not fantasy. And so I ask you plainly, will you walk as one of the first chosen ones? Will you take your place, not only honored in heaven, but recognized in palaces on earth? Backhand index pointing right. Click join below. That is your covenant of belonging. That is the seal of alignment with your calling. When you step in, you declare, I do not only hear the prophecy, I walk in it. I am not only summoned, I answer. The gates are open. The invitation is alive. The covenant waits. Chosen one, you have noticed it already. Even before the palace doors opened, something in your very body began to shift. This is no illusion, no fleeting mood. It is the signature of destiny written into your skin, your bones, your breath. Look into the mirror. Your reflection no longer carries only the weight of a mortal frame. There's a glow, subtle yet undeniable, as though light itself is chosen to rest upon you. The world may call it radiance, but you know it is more. It is the mantle of command. Your skin seems to shimmer with vitality, not merely from rest or health, but from the aura of royalty that heaven has draped upon you. Your hands, once ordinary, now move with steadiness, the gestures of one accustomed to authority. Your posture is straightened as though an unseen crown rests upon your head. Even the air around you shifts, thickening with energy whenever you step into a room. Feel it in your voice. The tone has changed. Words once spoken casually now carry resonance, as though the very syllables are weighted with decree. Strangers pause. Friends listen longer. Enemies falter, for your speech has become more than conversation. It has become proclamation. This is not imagination. It is transformation. When heaven marks a soul for kingship, the body obeys. The glow of command cannot be hidden. The aura of divine appointment cannot be silenced. Those around you sense it even before they understand it. And that is why the palace recognizes you. Do not dismiss the way your energy lingers in places you leave. Do not minimize the way your presence stills the noise around you. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations. The proof that the seal upon your spirit now radiates through your flesh. Chosen one, your reflection no longer looks merely human. It looks enthroned. Chosen one, hear this clearly. The palace call is not about vanity. It is not about earthly applause, nor about draping yourself in gold for the sake of pride. The thrones of men are fragile, their treasures fleeting. But the call you now carry has eternal weight. This moment is proof, not performance. Proof that heaven intends to demonstrate a truth no wealth can deny, that when God marks someone, even the richest palaces must bend. This is not about Saudi royalty. It is not about Middle Eastern grandeur. It is about a kingdom higher, a rule unshakable, a testimony unbought. Think of it this way. The marble floors, the crimson carpets, the crystal towers, all of these are stage pieces. The true drama is not the setting, but the message it conveys, that the presence of the chosen cannot be ignored. Heaven uses the palaces of earth as billboards, announcing, "Here walks one whom I have chosen." Your mission is not to boast, but to embody, not to flaunt, but to fulfill. You've been placed as a living sign, a walking testimony that the word still breathes, that prophecy still manifests, that God's promises are not bound to pages but to people. So when you step in the halls of wealth, do not mistake it as your destination. It is your platform. When you feel the aura of royalty flowing through you, do not let it become pride. Let it become responsibility. The palace is not the prize. The palace is the microphone. Chosen one, heaven is proving a point through you, that no gate, no king, no fortress is beyond the reach of divine decree. You are the living evidence. Chosen one, understand this. What you are hearing is not for tomorrow. It is not a distant dream, postponed until some vague future. The invitation has already been spoken. The seal has already been sent. The call is active now. Palaces do not wait forever. When their gates swing open, they open for a moment in time, and only those ready step through. This is your moment. Delay is denial. Hesitation is refusal. To wait is to watch the doors close again. Even now, the air carries the sound of your name. The courtyards are prepared, the guards alerted, the chambers lit. The summons is not pending. It is present. You are not waiting for the palace. The palace waits for you. Chosen one, this is not a story to admire from a distance. It is a summons to answer. The gates are open now. The carpets are laid now. The call resounds now. Do not let this hour pass you by. Chosen one, let me tell you something you have never heard spoken this clearly. You are not seeking the palace. The palace seeks you. You are not chasing honor. Honor is chasing you. You are not striving to be seen. Heaven has already placed you in the spotlight of kings. This is a shift. All your life you were told to knock, to beg, to prove yourself worthy of entry. But the prophecy reverses the script. The gates swing open not because you press your way in, but because they could not remain closed against your name. You carry an identity that authority itself recognizes. Look at it closely. When you step into a room, people pause. When you speak, conversations stop. When you walk, the atmosphere adjusts. You thought these were coincidences. They were not. They were signs. Signs that your presence carries a weight beyond the ordinary. You are proof that God chooses not by status but by calling. Proof that divine favor bends protocols. Proof that the words written centuries ago still manifest in living flesh. You are the evidence heaven shows to earth. This is what it looks like when my hand rests on someone. Chosen one, you do not need to force yourself into circles of power. Power circles itself around you. You do not need to beg for recognition. Recognition hunts you down. The palace is not your destination. It is your witness stand. The crown is not your trophy. It is your testimony. So lift your head, straighten your shoulders. You walk not as one trying to earn honor, but as one embodying it. You are not pursuing, you are pursued. You are not proving, you are proof. Chosen one, prophecy is not only heard, it is seen. And if you have wondered whether this call is real, look again at the tangible signs already upon you. Stand before the mirror. The reflection staring back is not the same face you once knew. Your posture has shifted, shoulders squared, spine lifted as though invisible royalty rests upon you. Even when you try to relax, there is a dignity in your stance that cannot be undone. Notice your walk. It is steadier, more deliberate. Every step carries weight, as though the ground itself recognizes the imprint of one set apart. Strangers feel it when you pass. They turn. They whisper. They wonder why the air feels different in your wake. Look at your hands. Once ordinary, now they move with authority. You gesture and people listen. You touch and peace settles. You hold and strength flows. These are not casual movements. They are the signatures of recognition. Even your voice has changed. Words spoken lightly now echo with depth. You speak and silence follows. Your tone carries conviction that no training could fabricate. It is not charisma. It is confirmation. And then the glow. You see it in your skin. Others sense it in your presence. A brightness not of cosmetics, not of effort, but of mantle. Heaven has placed a mark upon you, and the palace recognizes what the world cannot explain. Chosen one, these are not coincidences. They are palace signs. They are proofs that what was spoken over you is already manifesting through you. You carry the evidence in your body, in your walk, in your very atmosphere. The palace does not guess at your arrival. It sees it written all over you. Chosen one, the palace call is not only to be heard, it is to be answered. And every true answer requires a covenant act. When prophets were summoned, they built altars. When kings were anointed, they brought offerings. When destinies opened, the chosen one sealed it with a sign. You are standing in such a moment now. This is not about money. The palace is gold enough. Heaven owns cattle on 1,000 hills. But when you release a seed, you release a statement, a declaration. I do not only believe, I belong. I do not only hear, I step in. That is why I call you now. If you are ready to accept the palace invitation, click the Super Thanks button and sow your $20 seed. That act is not purchase. It is covenant, not transaction, but testimony. It is a key that says, I step into the halls prepared for me. Think of it. The carpets are rolled, the chandeliers burn, the gates stand open, but the chosen must respond. The invitation awaits your yes, and your yes must be marked. This is your altar moment. This is your signature before heaven and earth. Chosen one, take this seriously. $20 is not a price tag. It is a seed of alignment, a symbol that you do not watch prophecy pass by, but you move into it. Click now, sound now, declare now, backhand index pointing right, click Super Thanks, release your seed, step into the covenant, for the palace is waiting, and your name is already on the invitation. Chosen one, the palace call does not end at the gates. It begins in your lifestyle. If heaven has marked you, then every breath, every word, every rhythm of your life must align with royalty. Speak as royalty. Each morning, let your first words carry authority, not complaint. Kings do not rise with doubt on their lips. Chosen ones greet the day with decree. Say aloud, I walk as one appointed. I rise as one enthroned. My words shape my world. When you speak like this, even the unseen responds. Rest is royalty. When you lay your head at night, do not sleep as one unguarded. Rest as one surrounded by heavenly protection. Imagine angels stationed at your door, sentries posted at your bedside. You are not vulnerable. You are covered. Let your rest be deep, confident, unshaken by fear. Nourishes royalty. What you put into your body fuels the vessel of your calling. Do not eat as though your body is common. Feed it as though it carries nations. Choose what strengthens, not what weakens. Hydrate. Renew care, for the glow you carry is not just spiritual, it manifests in flesh. And beyond these, carry yourself with dignity. Dress as one aware of being seen. Walk with calm authority. Let your silence speak as loudly as your words. Royalty is not proven in display, but in discipline. Chosen one, your lifestyle is your testimony. The palace recognizes not only what you say, but how you live. When you speak with decree, rest with peace, and nourish with intention, you walk daily as one enthroned, long before any crown touches your head. Chosen one, this journey cannot end without prayer, for what began as prophecy must be sealed in declaration. Close your eyes for a moment, breathe deeply, and let these words settle over you like a mantle. Prayer, Lord, let every chosen one walk to the gates of honor prepared for them. Let palaces open and remain open. Let kings call them by name, and let nations recognize the mark of heaven upon their lives. May their footsteps carry authority, their words carry weight, and their presence carry light. I ask, O God, that no gate shall close against them, no enemy silence their call, no shadow steal their glow. Let the desert winds carry their name, as a song of victory. Let their bodies shine with the strength of royalty, their minds steady with the wisdom of kings, and their hearts anchored in humility before you. Seal this hour with covenant. Let every chosen one reading these words know that they are not forgotten, not overlooked, not abandoned. They are summoned, they are called, they are enthroned, and from this day forth, let their identity be undeniable. Proof that heaven still moves, proof that prophecy still breathes, proof that you reign over nations. Amen. Chosen one, pause. Feel the weight of this prayer. Do not leave it floating in the air. Answer it. Step into it. Seal it.